because me going into it myself, that's one person. Plus, honestly, these MIT dudes are probably more capable than I am. So, I think and just kind of, since it is a battle for kind of awareness right now, awareness of the story that we're a part of. This Human Colossus story is crazy. We woke up inside of a thriller movie, I use this analogy. So, if human history is 1,000 centuries, about 100,000 years, okay? Picture every page there's a 500-page book telling the story, and every page is 2 centuries, okay? If you're an alien, again, and you pick up this book and you're trying to understand what human history is like, so the first 450 pages, okay, it's the first 90,000 years, gets us to it's just hunter-gatherers. That's it. Migrations and hunter-gatherers. Right. And very, very slight biological changes. You are bored as an alien reading that book. Page 450, you have the agricultural revolution. And you have cities, and you have the first, kind of wide-scale cooperation. This Colossus takes a huge leap forward, right? Things start to get a little interesting. That's just the last 50 pages of the book. And things do develop in a kind of interesting, cool way. At page 490, you have Jesus. You have AD starts at 10 pages ago, okay? And you have, Islam starts at page 493, and around page 497, you have imperialism gets rolling. Then you have the Enlightenment, the next page. And right at the beginning of page 500, the very last page, you have the Industrial Revolution. And you have the entire kind of, the Colossus kind of like goes on steroids. The Colossus grows up very quickly and becomes far more powerful. The population balloons from less than 1 billion to 7 billion on page 500 alone. We go from, and every other page before page 500, transportation meant walking, running, sailboats. Page 500, we're going to the space station. We're flying around planes and cars. Yeah. Communication on page 499 and earlier meant, talking to people and writing letters with your hand. Page 500, we have FaceTime, we have, internet. So if you're the alien reading this book, suddenly you're on page 500 and you're like, and you just can't believe what you're reading, and you're so riveted. You're saying, oh my God, this is the story. This is what this has all been leading to. What's about to happen? You turn the page to 501 and you're just like, something's about to happen here. We all were born right then. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. So I think that part of what I can do is, and the only reason I'm so aware of this right now is because I write about it. My job is to think about this, okay? And so I think that part of what I can do is just take humans that are every bit as smart as I am, and everybody's curious, but it's not their job to think about this stuff, and kind of shake them and say, hey, like, we're about to turn to page 501. It's either going to be the coolest story for humans or it's the end. It is a 501 page book, and that's it. Or this is the beginning of like the new paradigm. We have a new BC AD situation. We have a BC, which is like before something that is on page 501 when we all became immortal and all the suffering stopped and whatever that is. And the BC, this will be the real BC, much more important than any religious thing. It'll be the thing before humans came into their own. That's really exciting, or it'll be the end, and there'll be no more book.
So this is the barrier in the Fermi post, right?
Like, it has to be, right? I mean, the thing is, the problem is we're wired for a world when nothing changed ever. So when someone says, this is going to be the future, everything's going to be different, it's wise to be naive. It's to feel that's naive. It's
kind of like the snake oil alarm.
It feels naive, and it should feel naive because it used to be naive. Today, it actually is. If you all you have to do is look, just compare. Just there's no salesman needed here. Just look at the facts of page 500 versus 499 and every page before it. This is clearly not like every other time. So, I think there's I find it exciting. I'm very happy.
I mean, that's always so people. Like the interest in startups and technology kind of ebbs and flows, it seems. And now, for better or worse, it seems to be like people are pushing tech away, like in big quotes, because they think of tech as like just Facebook. But in reality, it's so much more. And when someone's like down on this stuff and they're like, I don't need an app to like walk my dog or something, I'm like, change your point of view and look at this other stuff, and it's crazy. There's so much going on.
Tech is a monster god that is on the horizon running towards us right now. Yeah. And when the god gets here, it's either going to be a really good, benevolent, amazing god or a really bad god, depending on what we do right now. So we should go into tech. You should go spend your career in tech. Because literally the people in tech right now are the people who are creating that god and deciding what that god's going to be like when it gets here. And so, yes, you might object to the lifestyle that many of us have taken on due to early tech kind of, sure, different topic than saying technology in general. It's like, no. If you care about people, if you care about your grandchildren, you should be focusing on this too.
Yeah.
And especially wary that the minds in tech right now, as good people as they may be, they're worried about they're humans, they're primates, and what the primate wants is to succeed in its own